like doing the honors when you leave the company and you lose. So, you know.
Yeah, that's why they hate David Richards.
Yeah.
David Richards just left it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a part of the Bullet Club, they usually just beat your ass when you leave, and that's it. But Davey Richards, from what I understand, he was having too many problems with Jim Cornette at the time. And Davey Richards is the type of guy where he just says whatever the fuck is on his mind, and he doesn't really hold back. Kevin Owens is one of his best friends, and he didn't want to drop the title to Kevin Owens because he called him a fat fuck who refused to work out.
He said refused
to
work.
That's his homeboy. And that's his homeboy. He's like, I'm not dropping the title to him because he doesn't get himself in the shape to represent himself as a champion.
Well, shit. I guess that fat fuck's in WWE now. I guess. In the meantime, I want to welcome everybody to WrestleTalk Media. We're on live. If you don't know, well, you know now. A-Track Brown is joining us in the building right now. Clap it up for him, goddammit. You better clap it up, goddammit.
Representing the PW Hustle. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
For the idiots out there, that's Pro Wrestling Hustle, to be exact, or the little closet freaks or whatever like that. And I know America was flipping out when I said, you know, PW Hustle, WrestleTalk Media, A-Track Brown, and probably one of the I guess on each side, I guess every group has their loudmouth controversial figures, and it seems that me and A-Track are those two people. Cause
yes, sir.
I got to go back to my guy Rob. He said hold up, you and A-Track Brown gonna be. I said, hey, he's like, man, what the fuck did Facebook do? I mean, hey, but American, you're a witness yet that this is actually happening. And no, hell is not frozen over. I don't think. I haven't visited lately. I don't know the weather down there, but yeah, and there are certain situations and events that kind of brought this alliance to form out of good nature, but
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That alliance that as you say, like the mega powers what brought them together was, you know, the kayfabe enemy of my kayfabe friend is my kayfabe, whatever they call it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Dig it. Oh yeah, brother, dig it. Ah.
You know, and it came out of the birth of this unholy alliance came out of the birth out of the Solid Monster and his shit talking self.
Oh man.
You know,
Solid Monster, you mean that guy that led the WWE's ass crack anytime he did?
You know, the WWE enthusiast as he is. Now let me tell you, I love that guy's show. He's a huge inspiration, you know, but as a lot of people take it as me being a TNA fan, and I couldn't take him running down TNA, and that's not the case because a lot of times I run down.
I was like, holy shit, A-Track, you a TNA fan or hardcore fan?
I'm a TNA fan. I'm not a hardcore Impact fan. I'm enjoying what they're doing right now because when I compare what I see on Impact versus what I see on WWE, I enjoy Impact more. You know, if I'm chilling with my girl or something, and we're watching Raw, and then we watch TNA or Impact. Now she's not a wrestling fan at all. She straight up says, I enjoyed this better than I enjoyed what we were watching on Monday. That was too long, and all they did was talk. So when you see someone who doesn't watch wrestling and doesn't know anything that's going on, but she knows that when she watches shit on Monday and Tuesday, all they do is too much talking versus what she sees on Thursday when she's actually entertained. So a lot of cases, I'll take my lead on what's better through casual fans who don't know shit. So if a casual fan, if I'm chilling with, like I said, a girl or a friend of mine who doesn't know shit about wrestling, and I'm looking at both shows and I'm like, well, I enjoy Impact more than I enjoy Raw and SmackDown. And then I look at a friend of mine who has no idea what's going on in wrestling, who says, you know what, I enjoyed that Impact clip you sent me more than that WWE clip. It's just that they know that the WWE has more recognizable people. And like if they're online or whatever, they see things that I post on Facebook or what have you, they will be more familiar with the WWE person because they've seen that somewhere else. But when they watch Impact, they notice that there's an entertainment difference because they're more entertaining. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very critical of Impact as much as the next Impact fan. There's a lot of things that's going on that I don't appreciate. This whole GFW thing is pissing me off.
Somebody sounds like me.
Now, remember, not too long ago, I don't even know if you remember, but we got into it with the whole, with Billy Corgan screwing over TNA.
Did you say that? Did I remember it? Yeah, I was there. I lived it.
Exactly. So it seems like now here's Jeff Jarrett. It's like he's got his opening to broadcast his GFW roster, which is fine. But at the end of the day, no one gives a shit about these titles. I understand the story that they're telling. You know, Jeff Jarrett was running one company, so now he's back in Impact.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this here. You know, and with that little run-in that A-Track was mentioning, that's when you know, he was critical of the Billy Corgan situation, and I was pretty much telling the story of what Jeff Jarrett is doing now. I was saying that Billy Corgan was going to bring his resistance and all that type of stuff, and then I'm going to throw the name out there. Aiden O'Shea's girlfriend threw him under the bus, and the conversation about what they were going to do. Billy Corgan had plans of bringing his former champions over. If you didn't see what was already, it was already happening. Hell, it was half the guys that were coming to TNA were from Resistance Pro. So
yeah, it was from Rest Pro. Yeah,
yeah, they were from there. So he was gonna do the whole Resistance Pro angle, same shit that Jeff Jarrett's basically doing. You know, bring up the storylines that we have no fucking idea about. We don't know nothing about.
But here was the thing I would say was the difference. Mm-hmm. He wasn't bringing in champions to fight other champions with belts that nobody gives a damn about. You know? Like, I thought him bringing in Aiden O'Shea was kind of cool because I like Aiden O'Shea's character. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, this dude reminds me of an in-shape, tall Kevin Owens. I thought he had that Kevin Owens type charisma.
Well, apparently, how it was explained to me is that what he was gonna do, he was gonna actually have like a 2.0 resistance. It was gonna be Aiden O'Shea in his ear telling him, Corgan, you changed. If you didn't see the alliance that started forming, all of a sudden Aiden O'Shea was his right hand bodyguard.
Oh yeah, that was his bodyguard, and I like that angle. I'm not even gonna lie.
That was cool. But what Billy Corgan, if you didn't notice, his character started changing where he was kind of heelish, where he come with the coat down to the ring, and all of a sudden he changed his flair. He was finna do the whole heel turn shit where Aiden O'Shea had a storyline supposed to go. Aiden O'Shea was gonna start, man, Billy, you're not like you used to be. And then some more guys from Resistance Pro were gonna come over, and they was gonna be like, Billy, let's run it how we used to. Let's do it how we're gonna do it, and all that type of stuff. And then he was gonna bring in the former champ that used to be like, it was all that type of shit that was going on, and they was gonna bring this whole kind of like a Resistance era. They're gonna do it as a faction though, but still, I guess the wrestling company. It was gonna be that and him changing. Then you got the TNA cross the line. Guys that been from the old TNA era. If it's kind of look like it's going that way with TNA now, with Impact Wrestling now, because it was kind of weird. I heard from, damn, I don't want to throw too many names out there, but I heard from one wrestler with one of the shows we just did. If those that's in Memphis that know what I'm talking about, you've seen the event, you know who I'm talking about. But how it was gonna go recently, but it's changing up and it's pissing a lot of wrestlers in the back off. But they were gonna do a TNA versus Global Force again because EC3 was supposed to lead the bunch. It was supposed to be EC3 and what's his name? Josh Matthews was kind of they were gonna lead that, but it looks like they're throwing it to the scraps now, I guess. But it's up and everywhere. I mean, to me, I understand where they're coming from. I understand where Jeff Jarrett's coming from. I understand where Billy Corgan's coming from. You know, because
exactly.
Because you do got your hardcore fans that would like to see some type of reference towards whatever you were doing before. Because there are fans of Resistance Pro maybe out there in some type of garbage can or a closet somewhere. But for real, there's fans of Global Force Wrestling in some baseball field still sitting there waiting on another show. So I got
wherever they are.
So there's a reality of that. There's a reality. So I understand them saying, "Hey, it's a great idea if we make a collaboration where it's like a takeover or a competition tournament." I get it, you know, but some of it is ego.
It's just those titles. That's what bothers me.
That's what bothers me.
Nobody cares about. Like they announced the tournament for the GFW tag title. And I'm like,
American. What did I say? American. What did I not just say? Did I say this other day?
They're trying to put the GFW titles on the same level as the TNA titles, but they have zero.
No merit. No prestige.
Now I'm a fan of the tag teams that they're bringing in. I like Reno Skunk, you know, and I like I forgot her name, that chick who just dropped the GFW title to
Christina Von Eerie.
Yeah, Christina Von Eerie. I like her. Now that's all good, but at the end of the day, tell me something. Give me a reason why I should give a shit. And
well, let me cut you off just for a second. I told when I brought up the same identical rant that you're making. I said this to American. And I'm going to paraphrase what I said. I said, hey, I would have understood it better if they would have showed me some of them old-ass Amp episodes. You know, put that into a small 3-day package to where you playing it on Impact Wrestling. You know, give me video reels of some of the storyline. Catch me up on what the fuck, you know, what was going on with the titles and how much they meant. Show me some of the matches. Give me, like, videos. Give me, like, a whole week of you showing the Amp episodes or GFW episodes, the clips on the Impact Wrestling episode, or hell, air it on Fight Network, if that's the case. And so get us up to date on what the fuck going on, and so then we'll go, okay, all right, cool, all right, I like this. I watch. See, you don't have to air it on TV because I understand that some wrestlers may be under certain contracts. Okay, we'll air it on the website, you know, so that way at least the Impact Wrestling fans, hardcore fans, they'll been and watch the videos and it'll been on YouTube, and then we'll understand. Oh yeah, that's him from such. Oh yeah, I watched this. You know, at least we'll know. At least it'd have been at least trended.
Exactly.
Something.
Because the one thing, the benefit of the doubt that I gave them was when people say, "Oh, no one is GFW a thing." I said, "Well, they were doing shows. Impact was not. They were touring where Impact was just still in the fucking Impact zone in Florida. So I give GFW some credit that at least they were touring and doing shows. Yeah, nobody was showing up, but at least they had that to their credit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they showed Christina Von Eerie, they showed her at GFW shows in matches. Now, as you would have done that online or something like that to let people know that, yeah, we weren't shit, but at least we were something. The black eye for GFW was that whole shit that Jeff Jarrett was like, oh, there's going to be a wrestling boom. And, you know, he did that pyramid scheme with the gold or whatever with the gold bars. Now, had he never done that, and had he never talked shit about this wrestling boom, and he was just like, oh, I'm relaunching something that's called GFW, then people would have been like, oh, okay, he's trying to get a TV deal, but he's got something new. And the black eye on GFW wouldn't be like it is now. But since he talked all that shit and he did all that pyramid scheme,
I totally disagree to the black eye. I think that may be the knot on his forehead, but I think the black eye came from when he said how bad and terrible Dixie she can't do business and shit like that. Him and Toby had their conversation about she didn't know what the fuck she's doing. Okay, but you guys started a company called GFW, and you never ever got at a fucking show. We never seen it in an arena of any sorts. We never seen it get off the ground.
TV show or nothing.
We ain't get shit. That to me, that's the black guy right there, because you talked all that shit about that lady who and then she fucking let him come back. She let him come back and do a honorary Hall of Fame for.
Which in turn proves his point. Because I would have never let that motherfucker back. After he talked that shit. I'm like, fuck you. But Dixie is like, and she seems like she's a generally nice lady who just, and this is something that I realized the other day. She didn't sell to Vince. She didn't sell to Billy Corgan. But she sold to Anthem, and knowing that they were going to bring in Jeff Jarrett, because I honestly believe that she generally gave a shit about that talent. And since she knew Jeff Jarrett had GFW being low on the totem pole as it was something. With Billy Corgan, he didn't really have the money or the means to really bring in people. This is where I'm worried about the whole NWA thing. How is he going to sign people?
Woo!
Where's he going to get this money? You know? Now, I'm pretty sure he has more money than Jeff Jarrett, but I don't think he has more money than Toby Keith, and I don't even know if Toby Keith is even involved in anything. But at the end of the day, I think that Dixie cared about the talent and what was going to happen with them, and she saw that Anthem would do something. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, where you have fucking the Hardy Boys. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm still satisfied with what happened. I think it was a dumb move. They should have kept the Hardys.
Stupid.
That fucking contract was a slap in the face. And it's hard for me to look at Matt Hardy and say, you know what, Matt Hardy, fuck you. Because he has a fucking point of his anger. You know? Now, this is how we got into the whole thing with the Solid Monster, with the whole Broken Hardy gimmick. Mm-hmm. Where they're doing business the way any other federation would do business.
Exactly.
As a fan, I'm like, just give them the fucking gimmick so WWE can ruin it and we can laugh in their fucking face. And they're not ever coming back to Impact unless fucking Mark Cuban decides to get into the wrestling business.
Hold on. America, who always brings up that name right there? Who always brings that name up?
As far as buying Impact?
The Mark Cuban name.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because A-Track's kind of creeping me out because, I always say that. I say, well, unless Mark Cuban's getting into it, I don't see. Anyways, go ahead, A-Track. That's
the most popular billionaire I can think of right now, and the dude from Virgin Records.
Yeah.
if a billionaire, that's the only way. Because people are like, is there ever going to be a company that's going to compete with the WWE ever again? If Disney decides to have a collaboration with New Japan, that's the only way you're going to see anything.
Oh, shit.
If some billionaire company or some billionaire corporation decides that they want to get in wrestling again, if some billionaire wrestling fan is like, you know what, fuck what this guy is doing. I can do shit 10 times better than this. I'm going to do this.
I hate to get out such a... Well, I mean, Dana White he would do a good job managing, I think, or guiding TNA, or Impact Wrestling, if you will.
If Dana White gave a shit about wrestling, if Dana White was smart and brought in the right people, of course he could.
The reason why I say that, and there's a method to the madness why I say that because Dana White made a statement. He was saying the reasons why he is backing out of MMA is because, it's not predetermined. He said if it was on a predetermined level, he can work with it. Okay, now wrestling, as we know, it's a predetermined outcome to it all. So therefore, he can work with, because his main specialty was promotion, marketing, and all of that. That's what he really was banking on with a lot of MMA. But some people you can build up and they get knocked the fuck out in 1 second, and then it's like, oh shit, CM Punk. Oh shit, Brock Lesnar got took down by Overeem that fast. I mean, so that's what he was mainly leaning towards. So with a wrestling company, I can see him probably, a lot of that promotion he's speaking of, it can come into, it can make his ways around.
I was very curious to see what he would do if he had a chance to. I don't see Vince bringing him in. That's for damn sure.
Oh no!
But when you look at the whole thing with the Hardys and how it's being handled, it's like my thing was, you have WWE didn't let Cody Rhodes have his name. You have Anthem Sports not letting the Hardys have the broken gimmick or whatever. And people need to understand that the character of Broken Matt Hardy is not something that was his own creation. He had help. Now, he may have came up with the name, and I'm all for that. Like, I'm all for, if you made it up, it's yours. I hate that bullshit that these people do when they try to own your own shit. But this is a team effort. Jeremy Borash, Dave Lagana, Billy Corgan, and so on and so forth. Like, everybody's like, oh, I want to see Vanguard 1 in WWE. No, Jeremy Borash owns Vanguard 1. That was his throne. You're like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is what I mean. Stop giving all the credit to the Hardys, because it's not all theirs.
They only give him the Hardys they only give him the credit to the Hardys because they're in WWE. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta look at it like this. If we want to point fingers at who owns what, hell, it was the whole, everybody that was a part of then on TNA. Shit, it was Dixie the Gator approval for all of it at the end anyway. So I guess we gotta give credit to everybody down the fucking line. But I think you already completed the whole conversation with saying that, hey, this is business, one-on-one. WWE does this. You know, we get mad about that, but hey, you know, this is. I think what some ignorant fans, the naive fans, I think what they're taking from this, they're like, well, TNA, they never really done it a lot of times before. Why they doing it now? Why they letting AJ Styles? Why they letting Samoa Joe? Why they letting Bobby Roode use his name? Why is TNA not saying anything about that? Well, for one, a lot of times the reason why it wasn't disputed because we had Dixie Carter, and Dixie she's kind-hearted, and she tries to not be the one to fire you. She's that's from what I heard from. I ain't gonna throw his name out there. What she tries to be that person, you know, the friend instead of just the boss all the time. But when she does take the boss stand, it's.
Let me tell you this real quick.
Uh-oh.
She wasn't the one that decided to fire MVP.
Yeah, I know.
From what I understand, that shit was coming from a lot of other people who were saying, "Oh, he's got to go," and that shit was stupid in my opinion. They should have kept MVP.
I know. And so but she's that type of person, and that's what people gotta understand. Dixie's not the person right now, no more. So maybe if Dixie was still there, the Hardys wouldn't have been gone any fucking way. But still,
no, they wouldn't have.
You know, but still, if they would have left, that year that they wanted to complete, once they would have left, Dixie wouldn't have put up no fight for that broken gimmick. It sounds stupid business wise, but. That's just Dixie. I think her plans is that let them go off and go to WWE, and eventually they'll come back, and it'll be a bigger bonus for us, whatever like that. I don't know what her real ideas was, but she never really put the pressure on a lot of wrestlers for the gimmick to be up. Give me your gimmick. You can't take the gimmick with you. No.
Yeah.
Let's stay in here. She never done that. You know, she could have did that with AJ Styles. It was about to, and they was begging her to do that with the Phenomenals, because he came up with the Phenomenal in TNA, and people were saying, hey, she can do, she should do that, she should do that, but she didn't, or they didn't. Whoever was in the area, they did not. But what they decided to do was, okay, well, since he's going to WWE, we're gonna sell a lot of his shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, okay, let him go over there and be a big name, and let's just, you know, sell his DVDs and whatnot. Now, Anthem, it seems to me, was like, if these guys are going to go to WWE, we're taking over everyone, we're taking over Impact, all contracts are getting changed or whatever. I don't know the whole interworkings of it.
I got news for that one. I got news for that one.
I can only assume that they said, we need to trademark this shit. If they wanted that bad, let them pay us for it. Which I can't knock that hustle at all. I can't. If their plan was to somehow own that gimmick so they can somehow sell it to the WWE, then fine. It makes total sense.
Now, because WWE is going to use it. The WWE is going to use it to make money themselves anyway.
Exactly. So let them. I always laugh at fans. They're like, "Oh, let them have it." Yes, let them have the broken gimmick, so the WWE can own the broken gimmick. And when they leave the WWE again, they can't use it now because the WWE has it. And the whole thing that started off with the Solid Monster and myself was when I tweeted him that, in my opinion, I didn't come at him sideways or rude. I just said,
I always respect.
It's funny how Impact gets all this shit for doing what the WWE does. Now, I did hear him give WWE flack for the Cody Rhodes name. What I was trying to get to the point, to get to the understanding is, why is it you gave WWE a pass by saying, well, that's the way they do business? In my, to my recollection, he never gave that same leeway to Impact. He didn't say, oh, well, that's the way they do business. He did that with WWE. So when I tweeted him that was my thing. It was just my opinion. So when the tweet made its way back to his page, which I was not even expecting, and he said, I saw that he said, oh, I have this fuck on ignore, so I don't have to see his shit, and then I see it here. That's the shit that pissed me off. It wasn't that he didn't agree, or maybe that I was wrong in my tweet. If I was wrong, fine. It was the fact that he made it seem like I was this dude who always sit in these shitty tweets.
A troll.
I've only tweeted him maybe twice. You know? Mm-hmm. I may have sent other tweets in his direction, but there was nothing ever of judgment of the show. Maybe it's something I said, oh, I heard the show today, and I had to disagree with this. You know? So when I saw that he wrote that, that was when I was like, I'm not going to run from this. I'm going to call this nigga out on that. So I was like, I had tweeted, I was like, oh, I had responded, oh, word, I'm a fuck because I disagreed with you? Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But forgive me if I sound like a pompous ass, but where does he get his fame from? What the fuck is Solid Monster? Because Solid Monster, what's his story? Well, all I know, I started listening to his show by accident. I don't even remember how I came upon it. I just noticed that he had a lot of followers. And just like I said in my promos to him, that he was an inspiration to make me want to do this, to help me go in with my boys, Billy Ray and the Professor, to do the whole PW hustle. So I gave him props for that. Okay. And so though it angered me to see him wrote what he wrote, I was like, you know what? That's cool. I'm going to have fun with this. You know? So I was like, after I saw people who are hustleites on his channel instigating, I was like, okay, I can't just sit back and leave this alone. I'm getting too much flack from my hustle fans, so I got to clap back. So I'm going to make all of this a joke so everybody knows that I'm not really upset. This is not about a TNA fan getting mad because he's shitting on TNA. It's like my tweet. It's about a matter of respect. And so if you're going to go there with me and A-Track gives no fucks, then I'm just going to go there with you. Oh, I have no problem making a fool of myself for great entertainment. And if people are entertained, that's all well and good.
Fuck that Solid Monster. Oh. Look, my homeboy don't want no problems, but I do.
And everybody was like, oh, you serious or are you just playing? I was like, I'm just playing. I can't speak for anyone else that I know, but speaking for myself, I'm just having fun. This is what I do. This is wrestling. I can't speak for any other podcasters. Wink, wink. But, I'm just going to have some fun with dude. He's from New York. I'm from New York. We're both in New York. And eventually, we will cross paths. And there will be a shoe promo if he chooses to participate.
But now, for those that may be wondering, what's the Tishaun WrestleTalk Media beef with Solid Monsters group? Because it was some pussy ass shit. Kind of similar to where A-Track is going with it. It was more of, it was the memes that we placed off of Paige in Alberto Del Rio situation. So they get, it's a lot of fans that are very, very sensitive about that. Like, you can't talk about Paige like that. No, she's a guardian angel. And the memes that you saw the shit A-Track we was putting up about Alberto going crazy about the W locker room, talking about who did it, and it was like the whole roster. He was like, I bet it's the whole roster and all that type of shit. And they were really, really mad about that. A lot of WrestleTalk members were beside of there, and they was defending. They were like, man, it's just a joke, y'all. But they were going in and off. And he was like, we don't need that type of talking up. And I was like, hey, it's just shit. It's a meme. Shit. I mean, really, by right, she. Then they made a post. I forget. They made a post, and they were going along lines talking about people, the scumbags out there that really think it's funny. It's a sad situation. And I was like,
I can't stand dudes like, that is so fucking pussy. I was on that talking to people, saying shit like, listen, any fucking dude talking about inappropriate memes, you're a fucking faggot. I didn't say that word per se, but in my mind, I'm like,
so hold on, so you gonna say this shit on WrestleTalk Media? Get us some heat, huh? You gonna get us like that? The whole LBG community gonna be coming after us now. Thanks.
I don't mean get fucked in the ass, but pussy motherfucker. That's what I mean when I say fag. But I knew better than to say that on the page. I would get banned, and so I didn't go there. But I was like, stop using vaginal words. Stop saying shit like inappropriate. Like, stop being white nice for bitches. I hate that shit.
Because truth be told, to be honest, Paige would honestly. If you look at the I guess I can say if you look at the content that's on
Tishaun, fucking Brad Maddox was nose deep in Xavier fucking Woods' asshole. Did she not think nobody was gonna see that tape? What the fuck was she fucking retarded?
Now remind you, there are multiple angles. So to have in your mind that this was a private, because no, this is the other sick shit that I saw and I would read. This is a private affair. This is something I saw. You fucking crazy. You gotta be high out your fucking mind.
And you was fucking this nigga in the goddamn changing room. That's not private.
No. A public changing room. A public changing room.
Like, that ain't private. You don't cross the line of privacy the minute you decide to fucking a convenience store. Like, are you fucking excited?
And remember, she's sucking dick while she's on the phone having a conversation with somebody and video and taking it.
Busting nuts on a championship belt? Like, now, not for nothing. I'll shit talk on fucking WWE all day. But if I own a company and this nigga bust nuts on my title, I would have had Brock Lesnar beat his ass. Like, straight up and down. Like, yo, we passed that shit around and you busting nuts on it? You fucking yo, not only like I would hire him back just to have Brock Lesnar squash his ass.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one. I did not see that one.
Oh yeah. He bust a nut on the fucking title, and I would have it's right then and there. The minute you saw this nigga busting nuts on the NXT Women's Championship, you should have fired Paige right then and there. Fuck all that. What are you holding all these ties for? Just let it go.
Damn, I didn't know that one. That's
yeah, man.
Did you know that, American? I had.
I was kind of breaking up.
I was saying, well, I didn't know that he had they did the fucking what's that the cream pie on the fucking
he was busting nuts on the NXT Women's title.
Yeah, wow.
Oh man, who was the champion after Paige?
Oh, did you really go there?
No, it wasn't Oscar. It was Charlotte.
No, it wasn't Oscar. I think it was either Charlotte or Bailey.
I'm just saying.
Charlotte.
I'm just in awe. I was like, no. But my thing is like, hold up. I see where you're going with this, America. So that means the next woman that held that title held the cunt belt. Oh shit, that's
for real.
As long as they didn't leak it. As long as they didn't lick the belt.
Hey. Well, I guess that means that is the NXT belt, the next to come, next up and coming, the next up and coming. There you go, up and coming champion. I get it now.
It makes sense.
It makes total sense. So yeah, he actually did the title justice. He was showing that it's coming. Rising star, you know. Yeah. Dog crowd tonight. I'm just saying, but yeah, they got real sensitive about that, about the whole situation. And I was saying that I don't think this was supposed to be private. I said honestly, by all means, I believe that if WWE, or I believe somebody called her and said, "Hey, I think you need to address this matter and be kind of shameful about it and like kind of ask for sympathy because you're not really showing it." Because I believe that she like a mother said, she's a free spirited code word slut. But you know, I think more or less, I think it was more of that she doesn't. I mean, Paige doesn't. From what I heard from, I can't say his name. Fuck. But from what I heard from a wrestler that has been a part of one of our shows, she got around a lot and she didn't care. Like it's a lot of free spirited people that's
it's apparent that WWE and that's just one big sex ring.
Yeah. And
after seeing that, I was like, yo, there's no way nobody's gonna tell me now that no wife swapping is going on. I think Stephanie was getting into the ass from Randy Orton and probably fucking Batista. I think Vince McMahon was probably having John Cena suck his cock.
It's no, hold up. You joke about that though, but from what I've heard, some of that may not be as far fetched as the truth.
All right, you heard Bret Hart on Howard Stern talking about how fucking HBK and Vince McMahon might have a homosexual relationship.
I never heard that one, but ooh, damn.
I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt at all that Vince probably had one of these big buff motherfuckers jerk him off.
Oh yeah, come on, right in there, come on.
You want to be champ, brother? You want to be the guy? Come here. You're gonna be the guy. You're gonna join a new club, and you're not gonna kiss my ass either. It's the Vince McMahon Make Me Come club.
Oh man.
You know, it at the end of the day, the whole thing, I just feel that it's not about me being a fan of TNA or Impact or being a fan of WWE in Japan. It's just, my whole thing is be fair. If you're going to judge something, be fair about it. A lot of people will say, oh, you're biased because you don't like the WWE. I call it as I see it. The other day, I saw a triple threat match on the main event on Raw. It was fucking great. I tweeted out how great it was. There was people who couldn't even believe that I was putting WWE over, but it was good. You know, I'm not gonna fucking be biased if something is good and trying to find a way to not like it that a lot of other people do. I'm being fair-minded. I'm being fucking fair as I can be, and that's why I try to tell people I enjoy seeing Impact more than I do Raw because they're doing shows that I actually enjoy. I don't give a shit about the GFW title. But at least I enjoy the fucking matches that they're having. It's 2 hours, not 3, you know, and it's just consistent storytelling so far.
What'd you say, Mark?
You're a rare person, A-Track, because most people here on the internet can't do that. That's like I explained many times. This is where my name came from. The guy on the internet who does a lot of reviews. Some people start a YouTube channel. They might be a little, you know, fair in their reviews or whatever, but all of a sudden they don't get their views. They start depending on YouTube as a life and like income. So they're like, oh shit, I gotta put WWE over because it's the biggest fan base. I can't say anything bad about them. I can't say that bad show. So I'm going to bash TNA because that's what people on the internet do. I'm not going to have a different opinion because it will cost me money, subs, views. For example,
and contacts in the WWE that you want to do interviews with.
Yeah.
That is true. But honestly, you don't really get your contacts with it from that way. Shit, hell, you get them from when they get released and you find them on the indies. That's how you really get them.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, that's how we're getting ours and shit from the motherfuckers that got shit canned from it or that left WWE. So. That's the only way, you know, you're really going to get most of the people from, unless you're fucking, you got to be really, really creditable or, you know, for WWE to really just say, hey, our wrestler's going to come on there and talk on your show. You have to have some dealings with WWE.
The thing that bothers me about these WWE fans is that this blind loyalty that they have where, you know, everybody was saying, you know, Cody Rhodes should leave WWE. he's not getting his just due. They're treating him like shit. He should go out and go make a name for himself somewhere else. He goes out, makes a name for himself somewhere else.
Semi.
These same people who said he should have left, start shitting on him and say, "Oh, when did Cody Rhodes become a big deal?" Huh? Like, he fucking left to make a name for himself, and he did. And you shitting on him for it now? Because he made it without the WWE? I'll give you another fucking example. And this shit really pisses me off. Everybody loves Scott Steiner. Everybody fucking loves Scott Steiner. Now, before I go here, can I mention this? Because it is a spoiler.
Oh, no, we don't give... Okay,
all right.
WrestleTalk Media doesn't give a shit.
All right, no problem. You see Scott Steiner memes everywhere. People love to hear Scott Steiner talk because you know he's going to say some off-the-wall shit. It comes out, Scott Steiner's going to be on Impact. Oh, there's Scott Steiner. He's old. Who gives a shit about Scott Steiner? Oh, I can't believe it. This is getting these old people. Motherfucker, you was just fucking jizzing in your pants when Goldberg came back.
I was hating on Scott Steiner returning. I felt like I was like, far as a big deal. My comments on it, you probably didn't see it or probably didn't know I didn't say anything about it, but my feelings towards it was that people were making it like, oh, he's like, oh, did you see Scott Steiner's back? I'm like, okay, I seen him return already before TNA, if you will. I seen him return to TNA, and it was, it wasn't really, I mean, if you want something that's gonna move the needle, give me somebody else besides Scott Steiner. No, give me Ryback. Give me Ryback.
But you know the promos is gonna be awesome. You know that.
They always have. I mean, for one, when he returned the second, before this, previously when he returned before that, it was awesome. It was fucking Scott Steiner. I make fun of his promos all the goddamn time. I mean, because they're unscripted and hell, he's like a stuttering bully. Fuck you, fat fuck. Come here. That's Scott Steiner. I mean, that's the. But far as me thinking of him as like, oh, he's somebody who's going to really raise the bar. As people were taking it, that's what they was taking it like. Oh, Scott Steiner's back. Oh, it's really on the right path.
Yeah, it's not going to help. It's nowhere near as much as most people think.
It'll satisfy me, but
yeah. There's a big chunk of fans that are going to love seeing Scott Steiner return, and that's the one. That's another thing that I have to defend Impact on when they talk about why they're doing this, why they're doing that. They have nothing to lose. No matter what they do, people are going to shit on them for it. And it's things have happened that people have wanted to happen, and they still shit on them. They said, they need to change the name. This TNA name is bad. It's poison. So they changed the Impact. Oh, I can't believe they changed the name. That's not going to help. That's so stupid. They need new owners or whatever. They got new owners. Oh, it's the same deal. No matter. Not going to happen. They need to sign more people. Or they sign more people. Or they're signing those WWE guys. It's the same shit as usual. Yada, 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 yada. I'm telling you, a miracle is going to happen. They're going to sign CM Punk. And people are going to say, who gives a shit about CM Punk? He got knocked out of UFC. He's a loser. He got knocked out in one round. This company can't fucking win. No matter what they do, no one will give them real credit for it. There was a dude on Twitter who's on the Silent Monsters page who fucking hated Final Deletion. He hated that shit. And now he's in the WWE. The dude on Twitter is like, I can't wait for Final Deletion. I was like, nigga, you hated this shit when it was an Impact. Now you saying you like it? And then all of a sudden, all these other fucking gay-ass niggas come in and try to have his back. And saying I'm bullying him. Oh yeah,
that's the butt pirate infantry. That's the you can even listen to what's this for? The Lex bitch. The Lex bitch. He's marking the fuck out for the Hardy Boys now.
Exactly. You see all these people at WrestleMania going nuts and chanting delete. Oh, but I forgot. Nobody watches Impact, right? Even though you got a fucking crowd of almost 100,000 people chanting delete.
I had to break that down to the on our last show on I was on your show, right, American, on the internet. Had to break that down to people to understand it. Yeah, people, millions do watch TNA. I witnessed that off these live streams. That's why.
But we live in a different era.
Yeah.
Like when people say, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, you ain't sorry. You cut me off on purpose, motherfucker. Go ahead.
when people keep relying on ratings and stuff like, oh, TNA's not getting these ratings, and they're not getting ratings like this right here, you're still stuck in the 90s. We live in the 2010s where cable is a dying relic. I don't know anybody who has fucking cable.
I'm about to get rid of my cable.
It's useless. Cable is absolutely trash. It restricts you. It's expensive, but you're supposed to rely on ratings and numbers for views, which, and then I started kind of Twitter and a little bit of illegal screams or whatever, but it's another roadblock people put in front of watching TNA. Oh, I can't watch TNA. They don't have as many views as WWE. But
exactly.
If the situation were reversed, I'm gonna be honest. If TNA got a deal with USA and WWE went over to like an unknown network like Pop TV or whatever, would WWE still have that million plus or more, or would they have the same amount of TNA, or same amount of views that TNA has, and would TNA get at least 1 million? I'm gonna ask you guys that question.
It would be.
I think that they would still get 1 million. It would be a significant drop, but they would still get 1 million because at the end of the day, people are always going to watch the WWE, no matter what. There's always a new generation of people who watch this shit, and the problem is now the generation that we have now, that's the pussified generation, are getting pussified main event guys. Come on, man! They will always watch that shit.
You don't like popping my collar, popping my collar, Finn Balor.
I like Finn Balor. I don't like what they're doing with him. Mm-hmm. I don't like what they're doing with most of it. The only guy so far that they're keeping it real with is Samoa Joe. So far, so good. They already fucked up with Nakamura as far as I'm concerned by calling him the artist and dropping King of Strong Style. It makes no fucking sense. It is a fact. It is a fact that Nakamura is a fan of Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury. So you make a Prince reference that has nothing to do with his persona. Like, how ass backward is that?
So you weren't gonna let them slide with that shit, huh?
Hell no. And I got people telling me, "Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad." I'm like, it is that bad. It is that bad. Like, this man, I went to the NXT show, and all I saw was a sea of red shirts that said King of Strong Style. Who the fuck is gonna buy a shirt that says the artist on his Nakamura? No one is gonna buy that shit.
The RT. I thought the artist was another guy. I thought it was not Simon guy.
Well, to your comment or your question, American, if the tables were turned on each side, TNA was on. Well, Impact. I'm sorry, I got to get out of it. I got to get out of the TNA zone. If Impact was on USA and WWE was on Pop. Now, we've seen this happen before. We've seen WB go to WGN. We've seen WWE go to UPN. It's probably now known as CW or whatever the fuck you want to call it now. And
they were on Spike at one point.
Yeah, I mean, but now these were channels that were Spike was doing good. Spike was TNN. Spike was doing good already.
Yeah.
But I look at what's another channel. Sci-Fi was already doing good, so I can't use them as an example. WGN and UPN. UPN was booming on a different note, but it got a major boost when SmackDown came. So
yeah, exactly, SmackDown.
So what I would say is for Pop, it would give them a boost. They might not be doing the millions right off the bat because of what the channel actually reaches. They'll get as high as what the channel. If they move Raw, if they're moving Raw to Pop Network, okay, yeah, I can see them getting into the 2 million mark, at least 2 million mark. But it'd be a minute before they actually just get to that level though. But
the thing that WWE would do, and I'm sorry, real quick, that Impact is not doing, is they would make sure that their presence is known. Impact has to get back to advertising. One thing that happened on Destination America that I was very happy with was they advertised during Raw, and that's what Impact needs to do.
Yeah, at least they try.
They got to let people know that, hey, we're here, and we're just an alternative. You don't even have to market yourself as something being better or trying to compete. Just let it be an alternative. Let people know that there's something else out there to watch.
But for them, with the Destination America situation, they said, hey, we're here, but try to find us.
Yeah. Because Destination America is available in less homes than Pop. Pop TV was available only 83% of homes, but now they're on Hulu. They're on Hulu Live, which is another reason why I'm going to get rid of my cable. I'm like, if I got Pop TV on Hulu, fuck my cable. So I can watch everything I can watch online, and I don't need to pay all this money for cable, and all I need is internet. Yep. My daughter watches Disney shows anyway, so she can just watch Netflix.
So, but yeah, Impact would what they would do. I see Impact going into the 2 millions, then at least 1 million to 2 million, averaging on whatever they're airing on USA. So, the roles will be switched, but it'll only benefit Impact, and it'll only benefit Impact and Pop. Pop will get a major because they bring in a multicultural fan base to Pop Network, because a lot of people are like, I don't know what the fuck Pop is. A lot of people didn't know what the fuck UPN was. Underpaid Negroes. I don't know what the fuck is that? But that's what would end up happening. But
I see Pop trying to grow. It is trying to grow.
Yeah, they got a good name, Pop. What's that?
I watched that show with those three white bitches.
How about to say Schitt's Creek? You talking about the Golden Girls?
No, it's with the chick from Step by Step and the chick from Seventh Heaven and the chick from Full House. I watched a couple episodes of that show, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of funny. Schitt's Creek is a real funny show, but when I walk the subways in New York, what do I see for Pop's flagship show? Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Pop's flagship show should be Impact. It gets higher ratings than Schitt's Creek. So
it didn't at first.
Pop, hey, we are your highest rated show. You need to advertise us more.
It didn't at first. I know it was it's another show they got. I don't know, man. But they in the 300,000 mark or shit like that.
And that's another thing. People don't realize they're in a different market. When people say, "Oh, Pop only gets a few 100,000," I tell people all the time, that's fine because they're in a different market, and they're the highest rated show on Pop right now, and Pop is very satisfied. So as long as they keep Pop TV happy, Impact has nothing to worry about.
You just went over a lot of WWE fanboys' head. You just blew their mind when you said they're in a different market. Pop TV is 503,000 views. They're probably crying right now if you said that.
Yeah, everybody knows that Pop TV is not. When you're only available in 83% of homes, you're not going to try to compete with USA or AMC or even fucking Bravo. For Pop's level, Pop would compete with the Independent Film Channel or WGN or CMT. Those are the networks that it's trying to compete with. It's not trying to compete with fucking NBC and BET and TBS and so on and so forth. Now that right there, if Impact was to somehow get on TBS, the fucking entire game changes. Now you're getting into the million market viewers.
Hold up, I just realized something. So the Solid Monster dude, he's popular for what? Just a podcast?
Yeah, he's just popular for his podcast. And like I said,
so he's basically was that Bruce Blitz? Dave Coco. He's like
yeah.
Is he bigger than PWR?
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably. I can't. I think in my guesstimation, I think when it comes to the rest of the podcasters,
But he's
Deep
not fucking with
Jericho.
Sam Roberts and nothing like that, is he?
Yeah,
He's up there with Sam Roberts?
I think he's up there with Sam Roberts.